How did you meet your fiance? People are gonna get hurt by what I'm gonna say. This is what dyslexia is. My sister and mother traumatized me. Guys, I made oatmeal. I'm so gassed about it. Leather pecan, Dr. Bergamot, and rose leather from Zara Home. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me anything you want. Why did it just turn off? Is it because it's finished? This big boy my fiance got me. This is called patchouli oud dark smoky. It was from TK Maxx. Do you like this? I got it from Primani. So the first one is, how do you deal with insecurities? I love you. I love you too, girl. Thank you for watching and asking the question. Obviously everybody has insecurities. I just don't let it consume me. I'm insecure about aging. When I see a fine line, I'm like, the fact that I know mentally that after 25 your collagen production slows down, it automatically puts in my mind that I'm aging. But do I do anything about it? No. Do I use retinoid? No. When I look in the mirror, there's certain things that I find that are not my favorite, but I never sit there and criticize myself to the point where I make myself feel bad about myself. I don't compare myself to pictures online of how people look like. Sometimes I have body dysmorphia where I think I've got this hourglass figure on Instagram that everybody does, but really and truly I don't. And me and my friend always joke about it. I think the best way to deal with insecurities is to look at the bigger picture of yourself as a body, as a human, as a soul. My body still functions. Just be grateful to the fact that you wake up, you can see, you can hear, you can use your limbs, you can breathe, you can walk. Like, honestly, just being able to go to the toilet and do a number 2, that is a blessing. I've got wrinkles under my eyes, but can I see? Can I move my face? Yes, I can. Do I still look pretty? Yes. And remember, insecurities is things that you see in yourself that other people don't really see. Everybody has an insecurity. I just put a little bit of corrector. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a tint. I love my Benefit tint. Such an Egyptian thing of me. I realized that Arabs take the make out of Egyptians having pink blusher, and now that's a trend, and I'm thinking, girl, y'all are just racist. You're all about trends. You follow the herd, whereas we always stick to our authentic ideologies. Oh, I look cute. Mama's so funny. She's like, you look like these babies in the pram. Anyways, next question. Are you going to get a job after your wedding? Of course. I don't expect my man to be completely providing for everything. In this day of age, it's very difficult for a guy to run a house completely unless he's very, very well off. My partner is not at that stage yet, although Allah bless him, he would always try his best. I'm not someone who is materialistic. When I announced that I got engaged, they were like, oh my god, she's marrying a rich Arab guy. No, you want that doesn't mean you're shallow, but to me that's just shallow, because in my mind I had a list of things that I liked in guys and he ticked a lot of it. That's really what I care about. I care about your character, because if you're gonna marry someone just purely for money and finances, what if he goes broke? The curtain on your eyes is gonna unveil. You're gonna resent your partner because he's no longer providing what you married him for. And if he accepts you purely on that reason as well, when he knows he's only seen as a provider, that's an ick. None of my business. Of course I want to get a part-time job to help out, even if it's in the smallest way. Tips for someone moving to London as a solo woman? I don't know, honestly. I've never been like a solo woman. I've always been, I lived with my family. I can tell you my tip when I moved to Kuwait. I kind of kept to myself, but I also was like really friendly, but I was like a different person at the time. I was 19. I was friendly, talkative, social butterfly Nadine. I swear to god, I don't know what hit me with the baseball when I turned 25. Ask any of my friends. I have become the most antisocial person ever. I think social media genuinely grew social anxiety for me. I don't know if this is healthy or not. I've got 3 friends and I'm really content with them. I'm just happy on my own, and I think that's a good thing as well. Yesterday I reached out to another TikToker, Rowan, and I actually made friends with her. I was so proud of myself. I was like, what a flipping accomplishment, Nadine. Go out a lot. There's so many things to see in London. There's so many places to go to in London. There's exhibitions. I'm sorry if I didn't answer correctly to your question. I genuinely like don't know. Please can you talk more about your dyslexia and ADHD? Well, I have not been diagnosed with ADHD yet. However, I did apply. I'm on a wait list. Apparently there's a lot of people right now. However, everybody that I know tells me, Nadine, you've got ADHD. I'm like, maybe I'll accept it. So right now I don't really deal with dyslexia much because I've finished my university. I would say don't let these things define who you are, because at the end of the day I still accomplished getting a first in my degree, an A in my dissertation with dyslexia. The only thing I did, which is very small, there's a book that I needed to read and I knew there was a documentary about that book. I'll go watch the documentary and not the book, because there's no way in hell am I gonna read. Honestly, I read a sentence, I read it again, the words don't even get through my brain. This is what dyslexia is. If I don't understand something and I feel like people are getting frustrated at me, I just say sorry, just so you know I've got a disability. They're like, oh okay. People understand. In terms of my ADHD, it's very known because obviously I'm very forgetful, extremely. The omega-3 drink from Bear Biology is really helping me. I do leave links below of things that I take, like supplements. I literally just take JS Health, which is linked below, for my nails and my hair, which is doing amazing. They are affiliate links, so if you do purchase them I do get a percentage, which I don't even know how much. And I took Women's Daily Health from Anatomy. I can't tell if that's working, to be very fair with you, but I guess I'm just covering every aspect of being a woman. Are you applying for another job? Right now I'm just unemployed. I'm doing social media. I'm really trying to focus on my YouTube because that's really what I want to do when I move out there. Next question. Not a question, but can you please do more YouTube videos? I just love watching them. Yay! Thank you so much. How to deal with a super toxic family. My sister and mother traumatized me to the next level. I'm not laughing, I'm just like relating to this. I feel like our parents, they don't ever see you as an adult until you go and get married and have your own household. If you're a teenager and you're asking me this question, things will get better. You might feel like, oh, no one gets me, no one understands me. I was like that at one point, but it's just that transition from being a child to a teen is very difficult, so just bear with it. I don't know the situation you're in, but they're not against you, they just want the best for you. And if you're an adult and this is what you're going through, then honestly there's no escape unless you move out. A lot of people I know personally, the relationship with their family improved when they moved out. I'm not promoting anyone to just leave their houses. How you deal with it? Honestly, I do go through times when obviously I'm clashing with my mom. I just kind of ignore it. So just kind of find a way to communicate as well. Maybe just speak to them, speak about your feelings. It just gets a little bit toxic as well when the mother hires the older sister to be like the second mother. That's not her job. It creates a toxic environment between the siblings. That's not her child for her to be mothering. Your job as a mother is to mother your children. How was the process of getting married halal way? How did you tell your parents? I just told my mom, so I'm talking to someone, and she was like, so when are you guys like getting engaged? And I was like, girl, I'm just talking to him, like relax. Especially that he's not from the same cultural background, so it was quite hard to make my mother understand that that's not how things work in his culture. Like, I don't know how to explain it without like explaining. But yeah, when I told my family, they were accepting of the fact that he's not from the same ethnicity as long as he's Muslim. I feel like my sister and my mom were just like these aunties that were just worried about me being lied to or being taken advantage of, like I'm 16 or something, like I don't have my own brain to function. Alhamdulillah, I feel like I'm lucky because I come from a household that's not toxic in terms of the fact that it has to be from the same tribe, from the same village, from the same building. Stupidity. And if you think like that, like go get life. Honestly, that's not Islam. There's so many people in this bloody world and you want to stick to the same village. I'm not from a village, by the way. I'm from a seaside girl. When I told my dad he asked to meet him, he was so stressed. I was so scared. We started writing down questions and answers, bless him. When he got there, he was like, your dad was so chill, was so quick. I was so shocked. I was like, this man really lied to us. Another question from the same girl. So a guy wanted to marry me and I wasn't ready, and now I'm reconsidering it. What do I do? How do I tell him in an indirect way that I'm still interested? Love you too. I would say don't force it. Speak to him in a friendly way and just let the conversation naturally build up to where he asks you, are you still interested? You can flirt if you want and be like, no, I'm waiting for you to take me on a date, and that would be quite cute. I'm not really forward like that, but at the same time I can be a bit flirtatious. With my fiance, I actually kept him on his toes. He genuinely did not know whether I liked him or not. So evil. Do you guys have like mutual friends? If so, try to like push your mutual friends to like push him to ask you. I hope that helps. How old are you? I am 26. Okay, so the most asked question, literally, how did you meet your fiance?
How did you and your fiance meet? How did you meet your fiance? How did you get to know your fiance?
I love you so much. Oh, thank you. I love you too. He didn't want me to tell the story, but I'm just gonna make it really short and sweet. We used to work together. I was so young at the time. I was literally in uni. I was actually, I think, speaking to somebody. He was speaking to somebody else. What his race is, I was not attracted to that race, which is so funny because I said I'll never be with someone like that. And I ended up with the person I said I'll never be with. But anyways, 5 years go by. We just follow each other on social media. Genuinely did not think anything. Even if you look at conversation, I'm like, yeah, bro, thank you, brother. Oh, it's so funny. TikTok brought us together, guys. One time I posted on my story, like, oh, I hit 1 million likes, and he was like, oh, that's amazing, well done, keep going. And I was like, oh, guess what, I'm back to working at that place. And then he was like, oh my god, really? We didn't stop talking. When you don't search for something, God genuinely gives you what's best for you. When we started talking, we're not like flirting with each other, we're genuinely just conversating. And I remember telling him. I get bored of guys, by the way, and he was like, I'm not here to impress you, to be honest. Like, if you want to like get to know me, get to know me. I was like, okay. Months go by and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting bored. I feel like you just get bored of people that are not your type. Start as friends and then build it into romance. Would you rather take one-way ticket to Dubai or Cairo? Dubai. I'm sorry, I've got no loyalty to Egypt anymore. Once you go to Dubai, you can't go back. Oh, I just love how Dubai is as a city. The UAE is such an incredible place. A place for opportunity. It's a place where it combines the Middle East and it combines the West. What was your role working in Selfridges? Were you a beauty associate? No, I worked in a beauty workshop. I would replenish the shop floor. I would process transactions. What I loved about it, I got introduced to so many brands. I did training on so many things. Beauty workshop consisted of skincare, hair care, and body care, and wellness. And no, I didn't do makeup. I've lost my love for makeup. Any juicy stories about influencers or events? I don't really go to that many events. The one big event I went to was the perfume shop. I don't have any juicy stories for you. Firstly, I love you, sis. Are you going to document the wedding planning process? I would have to get my fiance's permission because he doesn't want me to post about us online, which I completely respect. At the end of the day, me doing social media is my choice and I don't have to force him as my partner to get involved in it because he's a low-key guy. When was the moment you decided to be a content creator? I've been a content creator for ages. I think I got influenced when I saw these hijabi content creators like Yas the Spaz, Dina Tokyo. There was another one called Yasmin. I was like, I can do this. I have the personality for this. But when I started, I was like a generic, no personality. I would do these YouTube tutorials, post once every month. I feel like I've got my sunshine moment when I went on TikTok and I was just being funny. People want to buy into you as a person, and you just watching eyeshadows on your eyes and creating makeup looks, it's not enough anymore. What made you start posting videos? I enjoyed creating content. It's like something I love doing. I can talk all day long. My dumb brother said, how do I get a kirsch like yours? He's talking about my fat belly. How do you steal 80% of the world's oxygen with those nostrils? That's my fiance. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? He actually asked me that as well. I wouldn't change anything about myself because I feel like I'm a decent human. I would change my ADHD. I'm so forgetful, which I hate. I am so unproductive sometimes because my brain is so overwhelmed by the amount of things I need to do that it actually just shuts off. I would love to try the medication out. My fiance is completely against it, but I think I would like to try the medication just to find out if it would actually help me or not. There was another question. How does it feel like marrying a non-Egyptian? Great. I feel like marrying someone who's raised from a society where they have mommy's boys. No, people can be like, you're generalizing. Yeah, I'm not talking about the 1%. I'm talking about the 99.9%. People are gonna get hurt by what I'm gonna say. I've seen so many examples. So toxic. The way that these Arab/Muslim moms raise their men is not how you're supposed to be raising a man. They might as well call the moms over to wipe their booty hole for them. They have such masculinity issues. They just want to be baby. There's no problem with babying your man, but to the extent where I feel like I'm the male in this relationship, I'm sorry, no. And there's no toxicity from the mothers-in-law. There's no pettiness. There's no drama. Obviously, I love my culture. I love my people, but genuinely from so many stories of people I know, people far, people close, my own family, there isn't one good example. Arab men love to build such a facade, genuinely only care about how they look like to the outside and not how they actually are to their women. And that's not what the Prophet said. He said the best of you are the best to their family. But yeah, this is literally it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you found it entertaining. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to follow me on my other social media, my Instagram and my TikTok. Leave me a comment below, please, and tell me what you would like to see. I would like to make filler content in between the vlogs so you guys don't get bored. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's it. Bye.